silence.
What the? Does he have something to say? Huh. You're not going into space, Starbuck, but prison. I won't have it any other way. Why are you so hung up on him? Yes, I accept that the launch pads really were switched. And if there were a third person at the scene, I suppose they could have escaped. But I have yet to see proof of this third person's escape via the Space Museum. Yeah, we don't have a clue. Other than the gun. Other than the gun, right? Who shot the gun? Who shot the 10 caliber? Oh, that's a good point. Ah, he's right. I don't have any proof. Starbuck, you will spill everything you know. What? Me? Ah. Where did you get those bombs? Tell me now. This is not a... This is not an investigation. This is not a... This is not a questioning. If you don't, my blade shall feast on your blood. Ah! If I'm going to die, I want to die in space. I have to do something. Solomon Starbuck, prepare yourself. Is he actually gonna do something? Is this Fulbright? Ha! Now you know. Now you know violence isn't the answer, Prosecutor Blackwell. That's a run-on sentence. Gah. That annoying, cheerful laugh. It can be none other than... Champion of Righteousness, Bobby Fulbright, here, in Justice We Trust. Detective Fulbright? Why are people surprised? Why are people surprised about that? Like, why are people surprised? Sorry to keep you waiting, Mr. Lawyer. I hope I'm not too late. I don't believe we had an appointment. I tried to hurry, but I ended up helping a little old lady across the street. Is he gonna try? He was trying to do something, right? I forgot. He was trying to analyze something. Yeah, I took by the way, viewers, I took like a week. I haven't played this game for a week. I think I didn't play this game for 6 days. You know. So some of the info, like, I still don't remember correctly. I remember he said something, but did he actually... Was he trying to get us some new info later on? I don't remember. I don't think so. And then I had to break up a cat fight. Cat fight? Are you... Please tell me that you try to break an actual... You know, break a fight between two ladies and not an actual, like, cat fight. I tell you, just as sure is a full-time job. Was it a fight between cats or... why are you here again? Because the defendant isn't the culprit, and I came to make sure that justice is served. He has evidence for that? I don't have any idea what you're talking about. Fulbright. I always thought you were a bit touched in the head. But have you finally succumbed? Nope, but it looks like you've succumbed to this phantom of yours. Open your eyes and let the evidence of justice uncloud your judgment. What evidence? Oh, he said that while his eyes were closed. Come to think of it, he did say something about finding us some evidence. Thanks, you two. I feel a lot better now that I've been able to get that off my chest. I'm going to work extra hard to find that perfect piece of evidence for you. Well, I guess he did say that. I didn't think he was serious, though. I kind of forgot. So what is it, Detective? Is it something that will prove Mr. Starbuck innocent? It is indeed. Have a look at this. Well, yeah, I know that I haven't played this game for a while, but I know what that is. The perp held a lighter with an earth emblem on it in their left hand and the knife in their right. It shouldn't have any fingerprints. And if it does, then even if it's Starbucks, well, it can be Starbucks. I was assuming that Starbuck was holding it during the, you know, people will assume that Starbuck was holding it during the, during the crime. Or the culprit, at least. But if it indeed was Starbucks, that means he could have actually held it, you know, even prior to that. You know, without wearing any gloves. So, hopefully this is not gonna bite us in the ass, though. What's this? A lighter? That's right, a lighter. Thought to have been used by the culprit, no less. The Space Museum's cleaning robot picked it up. It has the victim Clay's Terran's blood, along with his killer's fingerprints on it. What? Gah! Did you analyze the fingerprints? Order! Order! Detective Fulbright, can I assume that the fingerprints don't belong to the defendant? You bet! Mr. Starbuck is totally innocent. This is it. This is just what I needed. She did say that she saw everything happen, right? That's her claim. She actually saw the killing. That means we will need to bring her for questioning. No, not questioning. To take her testimony. This is it. This is what I needed. Lighter added to the court record. The lighter found on the floor of the Space Museum. The true culprit's fingerprints are on it in the victim in the victim's blood and the victim. I think they mean and the victim's blood. Don't let Have a Nice Day correct your English. Yeah, slam that disc, Phoenix. Your Honor, this is decisive evidence that supports the defendant's earlier claim. Explain yourself, Mr. Wright. With pleasure, Your Honor. Recall this lighter was found. Based on that, we can extrapolate that after the killer murdered Mr. Terran, they escaped with lighter in hand into the Space Museum. Which robot found it, though? Where they dropped it. The switching of the two launch pads occurred He didn't say that he found it there, though. Where did he find it? Then finally the killer left the boarding lounge too and made their escape. Meanwhile, Mr. Starbuck was found in boarding lounge 1 after the murder. A fact that Director Cosmos has testified to. Therefore, Mr. Starbuck couldn't have possibly been the one to drop the lighter there. I guess that makes sense. Well, I can think of a way that makes this not really true. It's the fact that there's a trash chute for once, and the fact that robots go in and out, so the robot might have actually... Maybe he dropped it there and then got it out. But then again... At least that at least like the robot, the prosecution should ask where was the lighter found. Like, yeah, it was found with a robot. Where did the robot pick this lighter up? He might have actually picked it. He might have actually picked it in the scene, which actually makes a lot of sense. So yeah, they can actually. They can actually, you know, turn this... the prosecution can definitely turn this around easily. Mr. Starbuck couldn't have possibly been the one to drop the lighter there.
Silence.
But the defendant had free reign of the area until Director Cosmos appeared. Could he not have dropped the lighter in the Space Museum during that span of time?
Objection!
It has blood on it. You'd like that to be true, wouldn't you? But Director Cosmos testified that right after he saw the mysterious figure with a lighter, he went into the lounge and found unconscious Mr. Starbuck. In other words, Mr. Starbuck wouldn't have had the time to double back to the museum. No prosecutor Blackwell. This lighter could only have been dropped by the real killer. Nah. Most importantly, Mr. Starbuck's fingerprints were nowhere to be found on this lighter. I think you understand what this means, don't you? This piece of evidence unequivocally proves that Mr. Starbuck wasn't the culprit. I don't think so. Yeah, I don't think so. Like, why would people not assume that the robot didn't like picked it up there and just moved along? Not to mention that he could have just thrown the lighter into the trash chute. So the question is, where did we find the lighter? So that doesn't make any sense. This does indeed appear to be decisive evidence that proves the defendant's claim. As for the remote switch that was found in Mr. Starbuck's pocket, we can assume it was planted by the killer on the unconscious Mr. Starbuck. Didn't he have fingerprints on it, though? No, there must be some mistake. Frankly, Prosecutor Blackwell, you are the mistake. Ooh, got him. I've been worried about you. You've been chasing this phantom for 7 whole years. I understand your urgency because tomorrow...
Silence.
Fulbright, you promised never to speak of that. Huh? Tomorrow? What about tomorrow? Given the body of evidence, I think it's safe to say the defendant is innocent. In light of the fact that it was possible for him to have committed the crime. Impossible. It was impossible. Why did I read that as possible? In light of that fact that it was impossible for him to have committed the crime, a few unanswered questions remain. So I look forward to seeing what you two uncover. We're gonna have another day of investigation. Yeah, we're probably gonna go to the robot lab. And that's it, pretty much. But for now, this court finds the defendant, Solomon Starbuck. Oh, shit! Not guilty. That is weird. This is the first time that we got a case like this. Usually it is, not to mention that I actually thought that this is gonna be the last case in the game, but apparently it's not. Does that mean that we might, Blackwell might actually be our defendant? I think what he was talking about, that tomorrow is gonna be his, tomorrow is gonna be Blackwell's, it's gonna be Blackwell's case, and they're gonna be his final trial, and after that, they're probably gonna execute him or something. I don't know if they execute people in Japan or not. No capital punishment in Japan? I actually don't know. But yeah, that was interesting. This is the first time that we found our defendant guilty. At the same time, we still don't know who was the killer, which actually makes a lot of sense. It just makes a lot of sense. It's not doesn't happen every time, almost never, when you actually find the killer while trying to prove someone else innocent. That's not how things work. Yes, we did it, Mr. Wright. Looks like we pulled it off somehow. Huh. With some help from Detective Fulbright. Mr. Wright? Miss Skies? Thank you. And please thank Apollo for me, too. Yeah, but that's not the end of it. We know. So, yeah, this is something gonna have to do with whatever happened. Like, Yuri didn't say anything, and I think this lady is involved somehow. So that's very interesting. Mr. Wright, Miss Cykes, thank you. And please thank Apollo for me, too. You all are the best. Oh, I wish we could tell Apollo about Mr. Starbuck's verdict right now. Yeah, me too. But that's going to have to wait. Just call him. Now that a verdict has been reached, I'd like to bring today's trial to a close. Court is adjourned.
Objection!
Yeah, I was waiting for that. It's too late to object, isn't it? Yeah, like if the judge just said the court is adjourned, then that's it. It simply isn't possible. Something is wrong. Prosecutor Blackwell? Are you dissatisfied with the verdict? Oh, he's angry. Fulbright! What were the results of the fingerprint analysis for the lighter? No question mark there. Huh? The results? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Well, I was in a hurry, you see, and then there was that cat fight, and, well... I kinda got carried away when I heard that Prince weren't Mr. Starbucks, so... You have yet to read it? Prosecutor Blackwell, can you read it out who the prince belongs to? Or who the prince belonged to? Upon thorough analysis, the fingerprints were found to belong to Athena Cykes? Huh? So says the report. What? Huh? Me? Order! I say, order! What the hell is happening here? Miss Cykes, tell me you have an explanation for this. We just finished proving that this lighter could only belong to the killer. So finding your prints on it can only lead us to one grave conclusion. I don't know how they got on there, but I know I'm not the culprit. This can't be happening. We built up our argument piece by piece. And I don't think any of our reasoning was faulty. So how could it have led to this? Lighter updated in court record. Evidence found by Detective Fulbright. It has Athena's prints on it and the victim's blood. How can you... Wait, like they made a mistake twice? How can you find prints in someone else's blood? That's not how it works. That's not how it works. Gah! What have I done? Please forgive me, I'm sorry. Order! Order! Detective Fulbright, stop your crying. What in the world is happening here? It's like the world's gone mad. Order! Order! I will have order! Confusion spiraled into utter chaos. After all we'd fought for, the truth had turned cruelly on us to accuse Athena of the crimes. Somewhere, somehow, everything had gone terribly wrong. We had stumbled over the edge of reason and into the jaws of a twisted darkness. Son of a bitch! Episode 5, Turnabout, for tomorrow. Ho! The sins we've committed, and the sadness we've caused. Samurai sword. Oh, son of a bitch. No matter how far we run, our past remains, as ever present as the moon in the sky. What the hell is happening here? That wasn't the moon, though. Sky is clear. It's daylight. Well, that's a moon! It looms in wait for the day when we are forced to face it. But only in doing so can we truly make peace and move in hope towards tomorrow. December 20th, 1:23 p.m. Write Anything Agency. That was crazy, viewers. That was crazy. Who are we gonna play as? We're gonna play as Phoenix motherfucking Wright. We're gonna play as Phoenix motherfucker Wright. Again. Oh, we're still gonna have the same evidence as the previous case for some reason. Maybe I'm gonna take a guess here. Maybe this was a piece of evidence that's been kept away for the murder of whoever died 7 years ago, and Athena somehow was involved. I don't think she has anything to do with that murder. I gotta be honest, I didn't see that coming. I thought we were gonna protect, gonna try and take Blackwell's case and try and defend him. Damn, what a twist! They took Athena from the courtroom straight to the station. She's probably being questioned at this moment, at this very moment. Damn. Nobody, huh? That kinda sucks. After this past year, I took it for granted that those two would always be here. But now, Apollo has gone off on his own to seek his own truth. And my pursuit of the truth only ended up with Athena becoming the new suspect. Some boss I turned out to be. Ah, shit, it's actually even worse. You're stuck with Trucy. Ugh. It's even quieter in here than usual. Yeah. It seems so empty, too. Empty? I just don't get it, Daddy. All of your reasoning during the trial seemed perfectly solid. Yeah. And I still believe it was. At least based on what we know. But now, Athena is the one who's being accused. During the trial for the bombing and murder that occurred at the Cosmos Space Center, the lighter used by the real culprit was found. This lighter proved that defendant Solomon Starbuck innocent. But Athena's prints were found on it instead. Does she have an alibi? I really don't know. And she was subsequently arrested for the murder. But Athena couldn't have done it. It just doesn't make any sense. There's a lot of things that doesn't make any sense. Does Athena know about the mechanism of how the boarding lounge work, or how you can actually switch launching pad 1 with launching pad 2? I don't think she knows about that, and that's key. I mean, does she need to know that? I don't know. There is a, like... yeah, then again, alibi. No, none of it does. I've been racking my brain. I just can't figure it out. Where's the flaw in my reasoning? What have I got wrong in this case? You know, Daddy, if Athena was here, she wouldn't just be sitting around thinking. She'd be out there doing something. I think Trucy's gonna follow us for this one. You are going to defend Athena, right, Daddy? Of course I will. And thanks, Trucy. I needed that push. Trucy's right. The trial is tomorrow. There's no time to waste. If I'm going to prove Athena's innocence, I'd better get out there and find some evidence. Off we go then. We're on a hunt for the evidence that will prove Athena's innocence. Great! But before we go, I'd better tidy up the evidence I have on hand. Unnecessary evidence left at the office. It is weird that we carried the evidence from that last trial to this one. Of course, I think all of them are related. All of them are related. I wonder if that has anything to do with why Blackwell is in prison. So I really have 3 suspects, viewers. I still think that Juniper is up doing something here, and Aura might have something to do with that. It is interesting that we didn't have to get Aura at all in that trial. Like, we didn't take her testimony or anything. Athena's probably still in the middle of being questioned. So Trucy's right. The thing to start with is talking to people at the Space Center. Alright. Let's go ahead and double check on the evidence that's left. We're still trying to find out the killer of Clay. Interesting. Very interesting. We haven't seen any any case throughout the series that actually makes us find the killer of a certain case in 2 trials, or at least in 2 episodes, which is very interesting. Well, does the Hawthorne thing count? In the 3rd game? I really don't know. I don't think so, though. I don't think so. But yeah, we only have 10 pieces of evidence. I think we used to have 15. So yeah, that's much less. Alright, let's go ahead and present some stuff to Trucy. I guess presenting your attorney's badge is like your quick trick, huh, Daddy? seems like this is actually not a new dialogue. So just a trick to you, huh? Well, you are one of the talents in our... Yeah. Okay, I remember this dialogue. For a second, I didn't remember it. Daddy, you should be careful about showing evidence to a magician. That's true, you can make anything disappear. Well, anything up to about a yard in diameter anyway. My magic panties are an extra-dimensional space. I guess only a space probe can help us figure out how they work then, huh? Yeah, I remember hearing that dialogue before. Yeah, as per usual, viewers, I'm just gonna check what she has to say here. Yeah, we're in the middle of the day, viewers, but kind of feel a little bit tired. We're in the middle of the day and I feel a little bit tired. Space, huh? I'd sure love to go up there someday. Will you take me, Daddy? That's gonna be expensive. Huh. It's not like taking somebody to an amusement park, you know. Well, you hardly ever take me to one of those either. Uh-oh. You know, cornered yourself. Put yourself in a corner. You either say, I don't have any money, or I don't have time. He doesn't have any money or time. Fine, I'll take you on my next day off. You're the best, Daddy. Huh. I'm no match for Trucy. Amusement park. Interesting that didn't give us any dialogue here. What to do? I still can't believe Apollo really left us. It was so sudden. Maybe he got tired of being my assistant for my magic tricks. Yeah, that's the thing. Or at least one of the main reasons why he left. I don't think it's your fault, Trucy. But I made him clean the toilet a lot. Or, yeah. I made him go bring in the newspaper. It was my fault. I just know it. Oh, Apollo. Sniffle. I really don't think it was your fault, Trucy. But I didn't realize Apollo was wearing so many hats around here either. Wearing so many hats? Is that the expression of someone that's, you know, having a lot of responsibility here? Any ideas? How could they suspect Athena? It's just ridiculous. It must be some kind of conspiracy. I really wonder if Apollo has anything to do with that. Yeah, I gotta be honest with you, viewers. Like, how is Apollo tied in with all of that? Like, how was he actually involved with what happened? And let me tell you, I think Juniper still has something to do with that, especially with the bombs having, you know, looking like these stupid ass elephants or whatever. Forgot their name. But yeah, I think they're involved. I think she's involved. She's probably the one that did it. A conspiracy, huh? Well, it certainly is some kind of mistake. That's for sure. First of all, we'll have to bust Athena out of the detention center. Bust? Like, get her out of there, or you know, make a prison break, make her get the hell out of here, or actually, you know, trying to get the non-guilty verdict. Then we have to chase down the people who framed her. We'll sneak around the world, from Kiev to Carolina. Why Carolina, though? Why Kiev or Carolina? With a fuzz hat on our tails. Isn't that exactly the same as the plot of the movie you watched the other day? From Carolina to Kiev? From Kiev to Carolina? Why would you want to go there, though? I mean Carolina. I'd rather go to Kiev. Being waged by the goddamn Russian. Receiving goddamn Russian missiles. Then go to Carolina. Alright, let's move around. We're only gonna go to the entrance, huh? Yeah, they're not gonna allow us to talk to Athena at the moment, which I suspected, but I thought that they're gonna talk about that. We're gonna say, hey, she's not ready. You know, this is not the time to actually get to her. We're gonna have to do that later. December 20th. Cosmos Space Center. Entrance. Director Cosmos, do you have a minute? Galactic Scooter, full speed ahead! Uh-oh. He's running away. Director! He scooted away. He scooted. His expression changed the instant he saw you, Daddy. Yeah, well, I dragged his name through the mud pretty good at the trial earlier today. Oh, I guess that's that. We're gonna go ahead into another area. All right. December 20th, Cosmos Space Center. Boarding lounge. Yeah, I think the only place left for us to actually check is the robot lab. We were here only yesterday. Oh, hey! Hey, the free man. Mr. Starbuck, you've been released, huh? Yep, and I came straight here. This is all thanks to you and your team, Mr. Wright. You've given me a second chance to fly into space again. I can't thank you enough. Except... oh, he's gonna sigh again. What's wrong? I thought he'd be happy to be acquainted. As I was coming out of the detention center, I saw Miss Cykes. He saw Athena? I was at a loss for words. I didn't know what to say to the poor girl. And then, you know what? She flashed a peace sign at me. Good thing that you've continued a few words after the word flashed. She flashed a peace sign, not flashed, and that's it. Congratulations on your acquittal, she said. Now you can go back into space someday. Yeah, that sounds like Athena. I can just picture it. But I saw her eyes. They were red and swollen from crying. She's gotta be suffering. She must be so worried. And yet she went out of her way to be nice and give me that big smile. The hardest of times is when a lawyer forces his biggest smile. Isn't that it? She held back her own tears so she could give someone else a smile. That's so Athena. That's so Athena. That's so Raven. There's no question about it. That girl is innocent. Please, Mr. Wright. You have to make sure she goes free. Are you gonna pay for that? You're gonna pay for that? And then they can put me in prison instead. I don't mind. We worked so hard to get you out. You want to get back in? We can't have that either, Mr. Starbuck. Don't worry, Mr. Starbuck. I'm going to give her the very best defense I can. I promise to get her acquitted. Just like I did for you. I know she'll be alright with you in her corner. I know we'll never give up on her. Apollo has a fine boss to look up to. Alright, so... Hey, Starbuck is free. Finally. Let's go ahead and show him some of the stuff here. Do you know anything about this piece of evidence? No, this is all gonna be repeated. Yeah, I think that's what was repeated as well. I believe you guys are enjoying this playthrough. I've definitely been a big fan of the series, and it's been a while since I played these games, by the way, viewers. So, coming back to them again, after all this time, after all this hiatus, it feels so good. Like, I'm still enjoying this game. Like, these games... I don't remember the previous game taking that long for me to finish. It's probably because it's probably because of the way that I let's play stuff. Usually, I think it's the reason why I take extra time when finishing games is because of how I let's play things. A little bit slow, which I don't mind really. I'm really enjoying this. I gotta be honest with you, viewers. Like, once I finish this, there's a high chance that I might immediately jump to the other game. I'm really like enjoying this. Yeah, like I cannot wait to get some more Ace Attorney. These games are really fun.